Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great. I have a special video for you today. This is being sponsored by Altenew. Oh, I'm so honored. Altenew reached out to me and said, hey, we'd like to collaborate and let me pick out some products, which I'm showing you here, the pigment ink. I was so curious to try this. So they sent me this ink, this embossing folder, Traces of Yesterday. As soon as I saw it, I had so many ideas, which I'm going to share with you in this video. And then I got this die here. Craft a Flower Buttercup is the one that this one's called. And then I did some shopping. Just, there were more things that I wanted to check out. And, put your money where your mouth is. Y'all know I love watercolor, so I had to check out their professional artist grade watercolors. And these come in this box here, just so you know, and then this is the case that they come in, and they do come individually wrapped, but I took those off. I've really been wanting to try their relief gel because I like playing with stencils and I like playing with paste, and I'd never used theirs before, so I picked out a color of that. And then while I was there, I picked up on a few dies that were out. This is an older one. It was on sale. It might still be on sale if you go check it out. I just love those flowers. And then these are newer ones here, the Hourglass, and then this one here, which is the Gothic Arches. I got myself some enamel dots, a couple of stencils, and a stamp set. And I'm going to be using like most of these products in this video today. I have a surprise, so I'm just going to mix it in somewhere in this video, so stay tuned. Check out all the details I have for you, all of the different tricks. We are going to put these products to the test today and make 3 cards. Okay, first things first. Guys, I love watercolors, so I had to start right away with swatching out my watercolors. And that's what I'm going to do here with you now. I'm actually going to swatch this whole thing and talk a little bit about them and about this video some more. So I just have a 90-pound weight watercolor paper here. And it's a scrap, honestly. And I'm just swatching out to see the colors. I wanted to see how vibrant they were. I wanted to see how transparent they were. And I think these are really pure and really transparent. And if you're into knowing pigment colors and things like that, they're labeled for that. I'm not going to go into that in this video. I approach watercolor just with joy and just playfulness. I wouldn't know much if you started talking to me about the pigments. It's just not an aspect of the watercolor world that I have poured myself into. But I can tell you when watercolors move well, when they have good pigmentation and things like that. And I was really pleased with these. I think this palette's pretty bright, which I like. I think it's going to be a great mixing palette. And I like how slim it is. I think it'll be really good for me when I travel. So I'll be traveling with this palette. And I did not pre-wet these, but if I had misted these with a water bottle, I probably would have gotten even more pigment load, or I definitely would have. I'm going to take this panel and make a card out of it in this video. And so now I'm going to have to swatch them all again. Another time on a card that'll actually fit inside the tray. So let's dive into this. I'm using stencils, stamps, and this embossing folder. I'm using my just 90-pound weight watercolor paper. That's what I'm actually going to emboss with the stencil. And I really wanted to check out their pigment inks. I only have 2 now, this one and my VersaFine, which I use all the time. But because I do use a lot of wet medium and a lot of mixed media, I wanted to see how I liked their pigment inks, how I like the container, and just check it out. And I love it. I actually really like that this one is circular, especially for the way I used it today. It is a foam pad. And that circular design was really nice because as I was going over the surface of that embossed watercolor paper, I didn't get any harsh lines or marks that I sometimes get with my square or rectangular ink pads. And now I'm just going in with watercolor. I did a soft color of brown, and now I'm going in with a green. Again, very watered down here. I'm adding layers. When you're working in watercolor, you often are going to want to use layers of color. And I'm going to darken the layer of green in between these watch faces, and there's gears in there. And I'm wanting that to be the darkest part. But if you get too much pigment, you can always dab it up with a cloth. Once I was completely dry, then I went back over it again with a pigment ink, and look at this. I really like the results. Really love the way this came together, but I decided to take it one step further. Let's bring out that paste. You could use a tool to put it on. I ended up just really liking my finger, using my finger tool here, and dabbing that into the gears and working that just here around the watch or clock faces. I was going for like a patina, you know, an aged patina look. And I'll tell you, this relief paste is amazing. It's like a hair gel, but with glitter and mica. So it's unlike other stencil paste that I've had before because it's a gel. Now, I had to make sure this was completely dry, or I could have just ruined this ink pad. But it is completely dry. And once again, I'm going over it for, again, just to get some more detail, and I'm wanting contrast here. And I just really love the way this came together. So I believe this is the bronze color, and it's just lovely. Just lovely. Okay, I added the Craft a Flower Buttercups. I painted these with the Altenew colors. With the watercolors is how I painted these, and I followed the packaging. Altenew has fantastic packaging, which will give you a guide of how to layer their dies, or they give you ideas about how to, you know, create cards with their stamps. The packaging is amazing. And here I'm stamping out multiples of this sentiment. This sentiment says, "Here's to strong women. May we know them, may we be them, and may we raise them." And then I'm going to add one of these beautiful enamel dots. This color is Fall Harvest, but y'all know I love yellow, and these are the versions of yellow that I like the most. So when I was picking out enamel dots, I had to pick my favorite color. All right, so I'm gonna put a few enamel dots around. I did make square cards because this is a nod to Desiree. Desiree at Include a Thank You loves Altenew, and she makes the most gorgeous square cards. So I decided, you know what? I need to make more square cards. I don't make that many square. So this is kind of a tribute to Desiree. So Altenew is so generous, and they're gifting 2 viewers $15 gift cards to the Altenew store. So what do you need to do to win or enter the giveaway to potentially win? Leave a comment down below in this video and let me know which product would you put in your shopping cart. I want to know if you'd want the embossing folder, the stencil, the stamps, or the dies, or even the enamel dots, or the paste. Let me know which product that I showcased in this video that you would like to put in your shopping cart, and I will enter you to win the gift card. Okay? It's that simple. So get those in. I will announce the winner in April. So I'm going to give you guys a week or so to get that comment in, and then I will pick a winner and we'll get you hooked up with the gift card. So thank you, Altenew, for I'm blown away by your kindness and by this opportunity. So thank you. All right, so I matted up that card. You saw that. I am now moving on to my second card. So this is the swatch. This is the watercolor swatch, completely dried. And I decided to turn it into a card as well. So I'm using the stencil. And I did some things. I just couldn't put everything in this video. Honestly, this is my third attempt of making this video because I had some technical difficulties. So I didn't put everything in, but I stenciled on top of the watercolor swatches, then I splattered, and then I actually added, towards the end when I was finishing up this card, I went in and I added some of that relief paste into the stencil. Oh man, it turned out really cool. You'll see at the end of the video. But I just cut my paper at a diagonal, and then I matted it. I cut out some more of these buttercups, and I created a focal point. I even used the cutout from the Gothic Arches die. That gold piece there is the cutout from me die cutting that, which I'm going to put on my third card. So you'll see that coming up. But I decided to do this in a really different way. I decided, since my background was so colorful, to do like grayscale and black and white for my buttercup. And I have now colored this buttercup in a few ways, and I like all of them. This one I actually did with paper, and I didn't color the buttercups, but I just used colored cardstock when I die cut them out. Okay, card number 3. I'm using this. This is called Dotted Pinwheels. And look at this packaging. Just talking about, like, they really put a lot of time and effort into their products, and even how they package them and the kind of product that they deliver to you guys. I don't think I have to sell y'all on Altenew, but maybe you're new to the hobby and you don't know Altenew. It is a wonderful company with great products. Definitely check it out. Okay, so this is going to be a little different, but what I'm going to do is I spritzed my paper here. This is 90-pound watercolor paper, and I'm going to do something I've never, I haven't done this particular flower before or anything. I was just kind of doing like rolled petals, and I wasn't thinking about like how many petals would be on the flower, or really thinking of them much in an individual way. I was thinking in more of an overall shape of a flower. I don't have a particular flower in mind. I'm not referencing any images. I'm just kind of rolling my watercolor brush around and getting a flower shape. And the reason I'm telling you all this is, one, that's exactly what I was doing and how I was doing it, where my thought process was. But two, I think this is really approachable. I think don't be intimidated and think, I can't paint my own watercolor flowers. Are you crazy, Betty Penny? I can't do that. Yeah, you can. I have a number 10 round brush, and I'm just rolling it around and just making an overall flower shape. And then I'm taking some green and rolling that down the page, just drawing a line and creating a vine. This is actually going to be in the very background of our card, so it's a-okay. I'm throwing some real basic leaf shapes on here, and my color is going to bloom really big right here, and I'll just dab that up, and it's going to be totally fine, you guys. So maybe give it a try. I encourage you to try. And then I stamped on top of this watercolor painting with the dotted pinwheels. And now I'm going to bring in that paste, and I'm going to use actually the stuff that was on the lid that I pulled off the foil. And I'm just going to go around the exterior, the perimeter of the edges of this card, and go around the flowers. I'm not going to go all the way over the entire card. So when you're working with a stencil, you don't have to use the entire stencil. You can use just bits and pieces of it. And once I did that, while everything's still very wet, I brought in some metallic gold flakes. These are like, you know, the crushed gold flakes. And I am working those into the stencil while it is wet, before I haven't even peeled it off my card base or anything. So I'm depending on that paste, that relief paste, to hold my gold flakes. And I just worked that into there. Now, when I was putting the gold flakes on, I wasn't mashing them in. I was just tapping them on because I didn't want to push my finger down and put too much pressure on it because it would have caused it to spread. Once that was completely dry, then I rubbed away the excess gold, and I used my embossing folder to create like ephemera. And that's one of the ideas that I had when I first saw this embossing folder, the traces of yesterday, is that, oh my gosh, that can make really cool ephemera. So I ran a piece of paper through my die cutting machine with that embossing folder. I used that bronze pigment ink, and then I used a die cut. So these are my 3 cards. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope maybe you got some inspiration, maybe some new ideas. I hope you'll give these techniques a try. Look at that gold leaf with that paste. Oh, I think it is just so nice, so amazing. And this sentiment says, embrace your own journey. And you know, that's what I do when I'm crafting. I just embrace my own journey around here. And then this here is the first card that we made together. And I really love how this one came together too. I think this would be a really nice Mother's Day card with that sentiment. I know I have a strong mother and she's raised a strong daughter. So I could see myself giving that to my mom for Mother's Day. And then this one's just really bright and cheerful. This one is just so much fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed these. Definitely check out Altenew. I'm going to link all the products that I used today in the description box down below, and enter that giveaway so you could potentially win a gift card. Thank you again, Altenew, for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.